Stoicism is more than just a philosophy. It's a way of life that has guided many throughout history, from ancient emperors to modern thinkers. Today, we delve into the essence of Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches resilience, emotional control, and the pursuit of wisdom. This enduring school of thought, founded in Athens by Zeno of Citium in the early 3rd century BC, remains relevant in our fast-paced, ever-changing world. At the heart of Stoicism lies the concept of control. The Stoics divided existence into two categories: things within our control and things outside our control. This dichotomy forms the foundation of their teachings. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, famously said, "Some things are in our control and others not. What is within our control? Our opinions, desires, aversions, and ultimately our own actions. What lies beyond our control? Everything else, including the actions of others, the weather, and even our own body's inevitable decay."
Understanding this distinction is liberating. It frees us from the anxiety that stems from trying to control the uncontrollable. Instead, we focus our efforts on what we can influence, our own thoughts and actions. This focus on internal rather than external control fosters a profound sense of inner peace. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. It's easy to become frustrated, to curse the situation and the drivers around you. But from a Stoic perspective, this is futile. The traffic is beyond your control. Your reaction, however, is entirely within your power. By accepting the situation and choosing a calm, measured response, you reclaim your peace of mind. Another core tenet of Stoicism is the practice of negative visualization, or premeditatio malorum. This involves contemplating potential hardships and misfortunes before they happen. Far from being pessimistic, this exercise prepares the mind for adversity. Seneca, another key Stoic figure, advised, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand." By mentally rehearsing challenges, we reduce their impact when they occur and build resilience. Consider a professional athlete. They don't just train for the best-case scenario, they prepare for the worst. They visualize obstacles, injuries, and setbacks. This mental rehearsal equips them to handle real-life challenges with composure and grace. Similarly, by anticipating life's difficulties, we strengthen our capacity to endure and thrive. Stoicism also teaches the importance of living in accordance with nature. This principle, known as living in harmony with the natural order, encourages us to align our actions with reason and virtue. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, wrote extensively about this in his Meditations. He believed that humans, as rational beings, have a duty to live virtuously, in harmony with the universe's rational order. To live in accordance with nature means to accept the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. It means recognizing the transient nature of all things and embracing impermanence. By doing so, we cultivate a sense of tranquility and acceptance. Imagine you're an artist working on a sculpture. The material you work with is flawed, with cracks and imperfections. Instead of lamenting these flaws, you embrace them, incorporating them into the final piece. This acceptance transforms the imperfections into beauty. Similarly, by accepting life's imperfections and working with them rather than against them, we create a life of grace and beauty. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of self-discipline and personal responsibility. The Stoics believed that virtue is the only true good, and that living virtuously requires self-control and discipline. This extends to all aspects of life, from our daily habits to our moral decisions. Epictetus taught that we are responsible for our own happiness and well-being. He said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This means taking ownership of our actions and their consequences. It means practicing self-control in our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Consider the example of a disciplined writer. They set a schedule, adhere to it, and produce work consistently. They don't wait for inspiration to strike. They cultivate the habit of writing. This discipline leads to progress and achievement.
In our own lives, practicing self-discipline in our pursuits, whether personal or professional, leads to growth and fulfillment.
The Stoics also champion the concept of amor fati, or love of fate. This involves embracing everything that happens to us, good or bad, as necessary parts of our journey. Nietzsche later adopted this idea, urging us to not only accept but love our fate. Amor fati teaches us to view challenges and setbacks as opportunities for growth. When faced with adversity, we ask ourselves, how can I use this experience to become stronger, wiser, and more virtuous? This shift in perspective transforms obstacles into stepping stones.
Imagine a sailor navigating rough seas. Instead of cursing the storm, they use their skills to navigate through it, learning and growing in the process. Similarly, by embracing life's challenges, we build resilience and character. Incorporating Stoicism into our daily lives involves practical exercises and reflections. One such exercise is the daily reflection, or journaling, a practice recommended by Marcus Aurelius. Each day we reflect on our thoughts and actions, considering how we can improve and live more virtuously. Another practice is the morning meditation, where we set our intentions for the day. We remind ourselves of the Stoic principles and commit to applying them. This sets a positive tone for the day and keeps us grounded in our values. Stoicism also encourages us to practice mindfulness, to be present in each moment and fully engaged with life. This mindfulness helps us appreciate the beauty of the present and make thoughtful decisions. Imagine starting your day with a moment of quiet reflection, setting your intentions and committing to living virtuously. Throughout the day, you remain mindful of your thoughts and actions, choosing responses that align with your values. This practice cultivates a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions, but rather understanding and managing them. The Stoics recognized that emotions are natural human responses, but they believed in the importance of not being enslaved by them. By cultivating an understanding of our emotions, we can respond to them with wisdom and control. For example, when we feel anger, a Stoic approach would involve examining the source of this anger, understanding its root, and then responding thoughtfully rather than impulsively. This emotional intelligence leads to healthier relationships and a more balanced life. In our interactions with others, Stoicism teaches us to practice empathy and compassion. Marcus Aurelius reminded us that we are all part of a larger community and that we should act with kindness and understanding towards others. By recognizing our shared humanity, we build stronger connections and foster a sense of unity. Imagine encountering a difficult person at work. Instead of reacting with frustration, you take a moment to understand their perspective and respond with empathy. This approach not only diffuses tension, but also promotes a more harmonious environment. The ultimate goal of Stoicism is eudaimonia, often translated as flourishing or living a fulfilled life. This is achieved through the practice of virtue, wisdom, and rationality. By living in accordance with nature, embracing our fate, and exercising self-discipline, we attain a state of inner peace and contentment. Stoicism teaches us that true happiness comes from within, from living a life of virtue and purpose. It is not dependent on external circumstances, but on our own actions and attitudes. This inner strength empowers us to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. In conclusion, Stoicism offers timeless wisdom for modern living. Its teachings on control, resilience, virtue, and emotional intelligence provide a roadmap for a fulfilling and meaningful life. By embracing these principles, we cultivate inner peace and become the masters of our own destiny. As we navigate the complexities of life, Stoicism reminds us to focus on what we can control, to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, and to live each day with purpose and virtue. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Stoicism. I hope you find these insights as transformative and empowering as I have. Until next time, stay strong, stay virtuous, and embrace the wisdom of the Stoics.